Hey, what's up, fam? Okay, I gotta say, before I even get into the contents of the chapter itself, seriously, people need to get into Kimetsu no Yaiba. But this chapter was so interesting and had such a good like layout for Zenitsu as a character, and I really like where it's going. Like this chapter, I don't know, I really like this chapter. All I can really say about it. And even in the just the opening page, you saw the transition between Zenitsu as a character of being very shy, timid, weak, and then kind of get strengthening as a person when he's got Tanjiro and Inosuke, and seems to just overall improved him as a person in general. And then as he is now kind of torn up over this whole debacle, and even in the first one, I I looked up the guy's name. I keep forgetting the Upper Moon #1. It's a guy with six eyes, and oh my god, his sword is so cool looking. Because normally I don't really like katanas as much because they're usually drawn very blandly. I really like when weapons look very unique, and just the way his is with all the eyes on it and the weird blotching around the cross guard and the way that the sword has like it looks like veins coming through it. It looks so interesting, and just his character in general, I think, is very much appealing to my weird sense of character design. But him meeting Kaigaku and just being, kind of getting over to try and be a demon, and just that idea where he only likes people that recognize his value, and he's like talking to the dude, and he's like, "All right, you can do it, but if you fail, I'm going to cut your head off, and your blood is just gonna, you're pretty much gonna be a fountain." And it's gonna take a few days. It's all gonna be through a process if you wanna, if you wanna be useful to Muzan. And it was really interesting for his character, just the way to see his kind of expressions through that of his desperation and at the same time dedication to the whole idea. Whereas kind of getting back now and he's getting pissed off over the whole event and just him the way that he saw everything of the fact that Zenitsu was, he's pretty pathetic at the point he knew him, and that he was going to have to share, the spot of successor with him. It just drove him over the edge, and he's like busting out his thunder breathing techniques. He's doing all these slash attacks, moving around. He's fighting Zenitsu, bringing him out. But it's going over how even though he's got what is it, 2 through 7, I believe, of the thunder breathing forms, and he's now combined them with blood demon abilities to strengthen it and make them more improved. They go over how the first form of the techniques of all the different breaths is it's the base of it. You knowing all the other ones but not knowing the base kind of makes them all incomplete, makes them not really as good. Like I'm guessing when you're doing a speed based style like this, if you don't have the base movement like set up, it's gonna hinder all the other ones. And it's clearly from this one as you're just watching from his point of view. Even though he's getting all these attacks on Zenitsu, he's slashing him, cutting him up, uh, breaking up his robe and kind of seemingly ragdolling him pretty hard in this fight. But Zenitsu seems a little bit torn up about it emotionally, and how he kind of just sees how Kaigaku is nothing is ever enough for him, even though he's very much he's a prodigy. He's really good at what he's doing. He just has the one area that he's apparently not doing correctly, and from the way that it looks, just it seems like his own corrupt, like completely distorted viewpoint of everything is probably what's hurting his chances of learning that first form. And the fact he's never going to be happy, the way that he's kind of is just making this whole mindset worse. And he sees Zenitsu just really much being very self-aware of this. Well, not being well, he's been self-aware, being very aware in general of Kaigaku's whole debacle, and just kind of like ending that right there using the okay, well, yeah, it was that he has the seventh form, Kaigaku has forms 2 through 6, and I really, like I said, I really like this one because this part was really nice because what we know is Zenitsu can, formerly can only use the first form of Thunder Breathing, where he does, just a quick, uh, straightforward, like high speed movement and slash attack, but he hasn't been able to use 2 through 6. And Kagok is just kind of talking about, like, how could you use those? How when did you learn how to use any of the other forms of thunder breathing? And Zenitsu's just is like, this is my form. I created this. It's something that I did so I could come up and see you as an equal. And you could tell, like, he's pretty beat up about it. The fact that Zenitsu definitely looked up to the guy, and even though he was very much broken on the inside, it really much kind of like he wanted him to get better. And just the whole reveal of him turning into a demon was probably pretty taxing on Zenitsu in general, but just that follow up of their teacher killing himself over the whole matter, it's just pretty sad. Like, you can tell it really affects him as a character. But I don't think this is going to be the end right now. There's probably something going to happen because we already know the upper moons. They seem to have a special way to cut off their head or to kill them other than just cutting off their head. There has to be a specific kind of version to it. Like, I can remember though, you had to cut off the two siblings. You had to cut off their heads at the same time. One of the guys, you had to cut off the real body's head, which was the little mini one. And I don't know. I'm okay with the fight ending here. Like, it was a pretty cool ending, but I'm more interested in the fact that Zenitsu as a character, he got a lot out of this chapter, and it's just really saddening to see somebody. It's just like I said. It's really weird to see a character who's in general, like, his emotions are to go either really really funny, comedic, and then he's got a serious side to him. But to see them kind of sad and beat up and very emotional over something was very, it's very touching. And to see that kind of also followed up with this sick lightning dragon like style attack, it was just pretty cool. But on that, I don't know. Drop a comment below on what you think about this. What you thought about this whole chapter. I liked it. I thought it was really good for Zenitsu's character, as I've said. I've always really liked his character, even though I've said Inosuke is my favorite Zenitsu, as I know he's pretty up there as well. And this was just a really good step forward for his character. And I'm hoping moving forward he's gonna, he's gonna reflect on this a lot, and this is gonna be a large motivational piece that he's gotta hopefully get himself on a proper track to make up for this for the thunder breathing school. Other than that, drop a comment below on what you think about this chapter. Are you reading Kimetsu no Yaiba yet? I'm telling people, like, this and Jujutsu Kaisen, but with this is about to get an anime. Kimetsu no Yaiba is about to blow the hell up as soon as the anime comes out. I'm telling you guys, it's going to be the same as Black Clover, the same as when My Hero Academia's anime came out. The difference is Kimetsu no Yaiba's anime looks way better animation-wise than both Black Clover's and My Hero Academia's. But other than that, like I said, comments below. Hopefully I can get you to befriend the like button, thumbs it up, and subscribe for more content. And check out my other videos. Other than that, appreciate it all for listening and everyone who's already subscribed.